Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. Last we left off, the party began their trek northwards towards Fallarbor Town, their next destination, which will eventually lead them to Meteor Falls. To do so, they decided to go through the desert, where they encountered a pack of wild Skarmory, which led to a long and strenuous fight. Eventually, the Quacko Packo succeeded, and Schmidt managed to capture one for himself. So now, the party stands in the desert, coming to the realization that they may have lost their sense of direction. Where are they in this massive desert?
Good question.
That is a good question.
The battle certainly scattered you, had you walking around, and you were battling within a circle of Skarmories. So there might be the chance that you may be a little lost. What is the party going to do about it?
Good thing we have a map.
I don't think we have a map of this specific desert, and even if we did, we don't know where we are.
Yeah,
Can Cindy make a survival check to see if she can at least determine like cardinal directions based on the location of the sun or something?
He absolutely may.
Does that fall under my advantage skill checks for survivability?
Do you have advantage on that? Because I thought you had expertise in survival. I guess that makes it advantage, right?
I do, but that's my like pioneer.
Yeah. Your ability thing.
Ability, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go crazy. It's like your specialty. It's like digging for Gimli.
That's advantage and a +6. Great. 18.
18. Cindy, using her outdoorsy skills and her experience roaming the Hoenn region, looks up to the sky. Sand pelts her little goggles, and she makes funny little hand gestures, and she turns around and she blots out the sun with one hand, and she realizes that the direction that she is currently facing is east. What that means in context to her position, that's a different story.
All right, let's look at the map. Or I tell Elodie, I'm like, this way is east, if that helps with the map situation.
Okay, so to my knowledge, I believe we should be going north.
Yeah, we ultimately want to go north.
I'm looking at my map. Am I correct in assuming that we are trying to go north here?
You would, I think, be correct.
The map that you have is not incredibly detailed, but it is clear that your destination is in fact north. Whether this desert has a due north route to it may be up to discovery.
Can I send Quacko in the air with his goggles? Or I trade Quacko and I give him the new fancy goggles.
Mm-hmm.
And then he flies up in the air and can locate a route for us.
Either, however you want to do it, yes. It is quite windy and stormy, so he will have to fight that. But if he gets up high enough, he can, in fact, try and make a perception check.
Okay. I'm going to give him the fancy ones.
Okay, he's got the fancy ones. His vision is uninhibited, and he looks like he would belong in a cool anime. So to ascend, I think that would be a strength check. We can justify dex, I think. I think strength and dex are pretty interchangeable, and
I'm good with either Quacko.
Okay, I'll let you decide, because strength is going to be him just like forcing himself vertically, and dex is going to be more he's feeling the wind currents and trying to use them to climb appropriately. So
okay, I don't ever make a strength check, so I'm going to do strength.
It's a strength check.
That's a 16.
16. Yeah, Quacko flies into the sky. He's just forcing himself against the whipping winds. The sand doesn't feel great on his body, but his eyes are protected thanks to his very cool goggles. He flies up and he looks around and he flies back down and he points facing the party to the left with his wing.
Cool. Duck says this way. Let's go.
Cindy would confirm that since she found east, and that would be north. So that would make sense.
Great.
Sounds like we
Nice.
cooperated. Let's go.
Excellent.
Does Sam have any input, or is Sam like, yep, you did it?
Sam's just as lost as you guys are, but she feels like the conclusions that you've made are pretty accurate, pretty good. You identified cardinal directions, you found which way was which, and you picked a direction to go in, so that's always good.
All right.
Marching through the sand, you all move a little bit slower. You're all getting whipped around. It is not entirely pleasant. Again, that you have walk past some people that are very casually, like going on jogs, very strangely. You can see some figures way off in the distance that are crowded around some rocks. I will have just a straight D20 from Cindy. That sounds like fun.
There's Zatu sitting on top of a building.
There's a
D20.
tall tower with
15.
a Zatu.
15.
15, yeah.
Yeah, you see, just kind of off in the distance, just a little ways forward and to your right, so towards the east, you see a whipping in the sand, just like a pile of wood, and it looks like there's like a wooden wheel. You see small figures that are peering into what looks to be like a vehicle or a wagon of some sort. That is something that you see.
I pointed out to the party.
Huh.
There seems to be a wagon, and people seem to be interested in it.
Are we particularly
Cool.
interested?
I'm curious about the wagon. Is it
Hmm.
like really far out of the way, or is it like a little out of the way, but we can still keep going north after?
You would be diagonally deviating from your path, but it's technically kind of on the way. You're going to have to go like 30 feet further east.
I think it's a bait.
You afraid we're gonna get ambushed?
Sure.
Could be a trap.
Or it's a bait to waste your time.
Sam, what do you
Maybe.
think?
What does Sam think? Let me roll for that. Sam shrugs and she says, "Well, it looks like someone was traveling and they lost control of their cart or something. I don't know. It seems like it's been here for a while. There's holes in it."
Bringing a cart out in the desert seems questionable.
Well,
Can we assess that no one is injured?
Sure, you can do an investigation from a distance. If you want to get closer, you'll have an easier check.
Trade goggles with Quacko again, so you
I
can
was
see
about to say,
better.
can Quacko make the investigation?
Yeah, Quacko can. He can. You guys have some synergy as far as duck language. You can kind of interpret it.
I can never remember what. Oh wait, you know what? Schmidt's proficient in investigation. Let's have Schmidt just make it. +2 plus can be 18.
18. That's quite good. Schmidt can see that from the distance. He doesn't seem like there's any people around, but there are 3 figures that are not people that are bipedal and have big old arms. They are kind of small, probably about 2 or 3 feet tall, and they're like peering around, poking at this cart.
Okay. There's no people.
All
I say
right,
we move on.
that's fair.
Okay. You do, in fact, move on. I enjoy having traveling be brief for the most part on solid routes. However, this is a massive, enormous desert. This is the largest biome in the region. So we're going to get a D20 roll from Gimli.
18.
18. Roll me perception, too.
Okay. 16.
In your path, pretty much the direction that you were walking, you perceive a dark-colored obelisk.
Oh.
It's probably like 15, 20 feet tall. Just it's a good 40 feet away. It's got kind of got that mirage-y vibe where like it's kind of fading like with the sand. Like it's really hard to pin down, but there's a tower of some sort.
Hmm.
Why are we in 2001: A Space Odyssey these past 2 episodes?
You guys see that tower over there? Kinda
I
wish-
saw a movie about this once, and the guy turned into a giant space baby, so I don't know if I'm about it.
Anyone who wishes to
I wanna
perceive
be
the
a space
tower,
baby.
anyone who wishes to perceive the tower has to roll their own check.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I would also like to do that.
It is all
it
perception.
investigation or perception?
Perception. You have yet to perceive it.
Oh,
Gimli has perceived it.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
10.
I rolled a 7. I don't
Okay.
think Schmidt wants to perceive it.
As a matter of fact, only Elodie perceives it. Cindy and Schmidt are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that tower. It's interesting.
Good, you see it too. I was like, this is a
Yeah.
pretty big tower to be out
Sure,
here.
there is a
It's
tower
right there.
Yup.
Look over there. It's right there.
Okay.
You got the fancy goggles.
You guys have fun with your tower. Let's keep on moving.
It is, in fact, on the way. Is the party going to move towards it, like directly? Even though two of you can't see it.
Even though I can't see it, I believe my friends completely, and I'm like, sure, a tower sounds fun.
Okay.
I don't think it's as much as Schmidt doubts his friends. It's as much as he doesn't want to believe.
Sure. That makes sense. So we all agreed to move towards it, despite it being questionably existent?
Let's stay our
Yes.
way anyway.
Okay. You move within pretty clear vision of it for Gimli and Elodie. It appears that there has been, it looks like it's made out of like a solid hunk of stone. It's a little pointed at the top and it's just sitting there in the desert. It's very, very peculiar. It looks like that there has been a piece of paper that has been like tacked to it that doesn't seem to match it, maybe with a note on it.
Let's check out that note.
Yeah,
Okay.
what is that?
Who is all approaching the note? I would like to remind that Cindy and Schmidt do not see this at all.
Even though we're right up on it.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even
no.
here.
That is correct.
It's me and Ellie. We're just going to stare blankly into open space.
Yeah, we're just staring at
Like,
directly
what's
at
this note?
something.
Like, what note are they
I'm like real close, like, what you looking at? Looks like sand.
It's a
Looks like
stand
desert
out
to
there.
me.
Schmidt is. Does Symmetra perceive this tower?
She does not. She does not know what you guys are looking at. She thinks
Okay,
that it's a
I'm looking
practical
at some-
joke with Gimli and Elodie.
I'm looking at Symmetra and I'm like, what the are they talking about?
Cindy, you are with them. You're following them towards the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a Cindy. Make a Constitution save.
This is gonna be bad. Oh no. That's a 6.
It's a 6. You don't know what's going on. You don't see this tower, but what you do know is that you feel real bad. You feel nervous, and you feel kind of sick to your stomach. Please roll me 2d6.
8.
8. That's how much HP you have just lost from feeling really bad. Really, really awful.
Oh no.
Are you looking at this note, Gimli?
Yes.
Okay. It seems old and tattered, so roll me an investigation to read it.
God, that's bad. Okay. LD have investigation for this too.
Sure,
Yeah, can I also check it out?
sure.
I got a 13.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay. You can both parse it out a little bit. The handwriting's pretty sloppy, but you can more or less make out, it says in a hurried handwriting, not all can see this monument. It is indicative of danger. The pure of heart do not tread here. And then there's an ellipse.
Well, that's not good.
I'm getting real bad vibes, guys. Like,
Yeah,
I know
you-
I can't see it, but like,
You should back away.
bad vibes.
Are we deciding to leave?
I mean, I'm kind of curious. Like,
I'm
so
getting.
is there like a door?
Do you want to like do a further investigation?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can investigate around this obelisk.
Okay.
I don't.
Weird,
this.
why are we able to see this?
Getting real bad
Uh,
vibes.
I got a 17.
Yeah, you look around this tower. It would be odd for there to be a door because it's pretty thin. Like, who knows what would be in there. It is like a dark blackish stone with bits of like orangish red. It almost looks like veins around it. It's marbled. It's not like organic, but It is very strange and curious that it would be here. While there is no door, it seems it is like a little sunken into the sand. Where it is, where you can see it, it seems like the sand like kind of falls a little bit. That's your investigation.
Okay.
I say we get far away from this thing.
For once, I agree with Cindy.
I would have to agree as well.
Okay.
Okay, we can leave.
It's a little dangerous based on the fact that Cindy almost threw up over here.
It hurt. It made my tummy not feel so good.
And that warning saying it's not for the pure at heart, this one getting sick really kind of puts in bad vibes.
But we're not faint of heart. We can handle it. Oh, we can leave.
Well,
though.
the pure of heart, it's a little bit.
Did it say pure of heart or faint of heart?
It's a pure of heart, yes.
As you're
Oh.
discussing, Elodie and Gimli, make a dex save.
Oh goodness.
Cool. Quick save. Ballerina Gimli kicking in.
I got a
I back up towards Schmidt and Sam.
Yeah, you do that.
Is my athletics factored into this at all?
I'm gonna say no because it does involve your body, but you are being caught unawares, so it's more
13.
13.
Yep.
Elodie,
19.
19. Okay, where are you standing as you're discussing? Should we leave? Should we go? What's going on? As you're standing still, two little whirlpools of sand appear under your feet and try to pull you under. You both hardly manage to step out, but these little swirling bits are getting larger. It is time to make your decision if you're going to stay or if you're going to run.
We're gonna go.
Gonna run. For sure, we're gonna run.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay, you do that. You start running. As you do so, those of you who were able to see this pillar, you watch as behind you it vanishes into the distance. And those of you who weren't able to see it still don't really know what was happening. You saw Cindy start to feel really bad. You saw Elodie and Gimli fall into quicksand for a moment. And that's that. You're not really sure what that was all about.
Desert fun.
Deserts are concerning and very wild.
But it's dirt. You like dirt.
This is not the dirt I like.
Continue marching forward. There's two of you that have yet to roll on an encounter table. So, who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Elodie, give me a d20.
9.
9, okay. As you're marching towards what you presume to be the exit because you're going north, you find yourself to a rock wall. It's not like it's blocking your path, but you find yourself, that's just where the desert bends, and you can continue to the left to presumably continue going north. It seems to be the only way forward. However, you see a group of two people who are standing at the rock wall. One of them seems very focused. It seems like they have a little pickaxe, and they're looking at something very intensely. The other one is a little bit smaller of a figure. They're completely like bundled up. They look very like impatient, and they are holding a loose piece of fabric that seems quite large. And they are standing and they are watching this other person chip away at the wall.
Wonder what they're looking for in the wall in this.
They got a pickaxe.
Do you say this out loud, Cindy?
Yes.
Yeah, a male voice pipes up and says, "Treasure! I know there's treasure around here. I've heard the legends. I've heard the stories. I must find it." And the person that that they're accompanied by says, "Would you just hurry up? I'm really trying to find the perfect spot right now, and you're not helping me."
Oh, is that a map you got there?
This person with a feminine voice says, "Who, me? No.
Yeah.
This is," she unfolds it. "This is my hammock." There's a very intricate, beautiful teal green hammock. It seems about this perfect size for about one person. She says, "I don't actually know this person. We just kind of ran into each other, but I'm on a mission, and he said he might be able to help me out, but I think he was just lonely. I'm not sure." And the person says, "No, be quiet. I'm so close. We will find it." And the feminine one says, "I don't care. I want to find the perfect spot to take a nap, and you're not helping me." And she folds her arms and she looks very upset. And she looks at the party and she says, "Would any of you know the best place to take a nap in this region?"
Probably not in
In
the
the
desert.
whole region? Yeah, not the desert.
She says,
Oh, sand here.
She says, yeah, it's my mission. I thought the desert might be a crapshoot too, but I was thinking like maybe there's a little crevice between the rocks that makes like a little protection against the sand. And if it wasn't so windy and sandy, it'd actually be pretty nice here. And if I could just put my hammock up, I could just take the perfect nap. It would be so good. And
No, I have a friend who's really good at like making holes in rocks and stuff. I look at Gimli.
her eyes light up and she says, really? Would you do that for me? That'd be so amazing.
I suppose I could try. But...
She says, just go into this wall, just smack it. I want to see if my theory's correct. I would love to find a great napping spot.
Okay, so strength athletics with advantage.
Yep. Into the
This
wall.
is your yeah.
Oh, big die. Here we go. Diggy hole die. 1. Well, that's good.
It was a natural one.
No. That was my first roll. That's probably fine. I think I would pass with this because I got a dirty 26.
Dang, yeah, that's pretty dang good. Gimli cleaves into the rock facade. And per this woman's description, seems to have split it open pretty perfectly. It also goes pretty deep. With only a couple swings, he makes a pretty nice hollowed-out fissure above the ground. This woman, she takes a look. She peers inside. She says, this looks pretty good. We'll have to give it a try. And she takes out some stakes that have metal-tipped ends that she's able to hammer into the wall. And she's going to give it a shot. I'm going to give her a roll to see how good it is. She hops in and she says, this is pretty cozy. I could get used to this. May not be the best spot in the region, but it might very well be the best spot in the desert. Thank you.
Place to start, yeah.
What was your name, by the way?
Gimli.
She says, Gimli, my name's Lucy. I'm technically a field researcher. I'm supposed to be going around and like doing research. Ugh, disgusting. I just want to find a really good napping spot. Tell you what. And she has a backpack and she takes it off and out pops a head. It's a green head with a really cute little face. She says, not now, Muncho, get back. And she pushes the head back down. You hear a little grumble from a little monster. She pulls out a sack, a little pouch. She says, in here are Muncho's favorite treats. He can smell them from miles away. He can always know where these treats are. If you ever find a good napping spot, put one of these treats down, and I'll come check it out. And if you find a really good one, maybe I'll give you something special. How's that sound?
That sounds like a good idea.
Cool.
Keep that in mind.
Shiny Munchlax?
Is
Yeah.
it? What? Excuse me?
You said green.
Yeah, it's green. Yeah.
I think it's regular Munchlax.
Yeah, I
No,
think it's just
Munchlax was like blue.
No.
I think you got those reversed.
Yeah.
Also, who said it was
Shiny.
Munchlax?
Well,
Muncho?
Okay.
How dare you make that assumption that Muncho
Yeah.
is Munchlax?
Muncho could literally be it.
So yeah, please add to your inventory Muncho's snack pouch. The researcher with the pickaxe he got a little jostled when you carved out this crack in the facade. He said, no! Look, now there's sand everywhere and I lost track of what I was looking for. I'll never find the treasure at this rate.
does Gimli want to dig for treasure?
Maybe. This... Schmidt? Got something?
I was just going to say for flavor, Schmidt is impatiently with his arms folded tapping his foot.
Tapping his foot in the sand so like it's buried a little bit as he taps it. Very good. He
It's
says,
like enough to make like a small little cloud around his foot.
very
It's
cool.
just like
Yeah. The sand is whipping in your clothes. You feel dirty. You want to get it taken care of. Yeah, he says, "Oh, this desert here on Route 111. There's all sorts of stories about all sorts of treasures here. There's one story that I thought was particularly interesting. I was just visiting Rustboro, and they had a research team that brought back all these artifacts from a tower that's supposed to be here, a giant castle. But I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I was hoping to follow it up. I also heard that there's rumors of a very powerful titanic Pokemon that lives in this desert that is guarding a sacred treasure, and I want to find clues, but the problem with a Titan in the desert is that if there's any footprints, they get washed away in the sand. It's so frustrating. I've also heard of traveling parties who are looking for these treasures, and then they get stranded and lost, and then all the supplies that they're carrying end up becoming artifacts in the desert. There's lots of research to be done. I need to find it. I need to find all of it. Beyond that, I hear that there's the sand, the erosion that's constantly being created by the sandstorm is pulling up ancient fossils out of the rocks. So if I could find any one of those things, I would be so delighted.
Oh, you're looking around this rock wall? Let me see if I can examine it a little bit for you. I'm kind of a professional miner, so.
He says, "Oh, that would be wonderful. Give him a little dig."
Okay, I'm gonna dig.
Yeah, give him a dig.
Give him a dig. Oh, I crit.
Yeah, Gimli strikes the rock wall with the perfect pickaxe smash. And as he does so, a crack just builds and builds along the wall, and then a whole probably 15-foot shard of the facade of the wall collapses into the sand. And beneath it are dozens of prehistoric Pokemon fossils, just all revealed all at once. He just hit it at the perfect spot, just chipping away at the sedimentary layer. And this researcher's eyes get huge, and he says, "Oh, look at this! All of this science, all of this history, this is amazing!" The crit also simultaneously knocked down Lucy's hammock, and she's a little upset. And she says, "Ah!" And then you hear Muncho going, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and they decide that they have to go look somewhere else. They had a good spot, but now it's ruined. He says, "Look at all these fossils. There's so many different kinds. I don't even know what all of these are." It's true. There are several different kinds, at least 6 different kinds of fossils that are present. He says, I have to be really careful. I don't know how many of these I can excavate without losing the rest of the facade.
True, it would take a delicate touch.
He says, "Absolutely." And he's eyeing them over. He says, "Which one looks like the best one to you?"
Do I have descriptions of them, or can I?
Yeah, you can gather descriptions of them.
Okay.
Give me a little investigation.
Do. I only got a 6 for that.
Okay. They all look pretty similar to you. However, you do get an adequate number. There are 15 distinct shapes and types of fossils, but as far as like identifying key elements to them and which ones are which, you're kind of in the dark. You don't really know.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, are you gonna excavate one?"
Yeah, I'll give it a try. See if I can be gentle enough for it.
Does your dice roller let you do a D15?
Oh, you want me to do D15?
Kinda. I mean, or you can just kind of pick one. You can pick a number between 1 and 15. I don't know the different way to do it, really.
Schmidt kind of half jokingly looks at Sam and is like, "So you come here often?"
Sam says, I've only been here for a second, but not this deep in the desert." She took it very literally. You got 11?
Yeah, I'll go with the 11th one.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no like D15 thing. I'm rolling real dice right now, so.
Okay. Very cool. You identify a fossil that seems like you could pry it out pretty easily, and you do so. Chip, 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 and you pull it out. It looks like a fossil. It seems very old. It has like a greenish hue to it, and it seems like whatever this part of it is, it serves kind of like maybe it's a fin or some kind of body part that is raised or something. Who knows? You're not a proper archaeologist, you're a miner, but you retrieve that. The man who you helped identifies a fossil that he wants to go for, and he goes for it. Let's see if he gets it. He does! He chips away at it, and boom! In his lap, he has a fossil that looks very clearly plant-like. It looks like a root. After he retrieves that, the whole wall collapses into the sand. Everything you chipped away, it's gone to the sands of time, literally and figuratively. He says, "No, I could have gotten so much more. I'll just have to keep excavating. I'll look for treasure next. Thanks for your help."
Of course.
He reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out a pretty ordinary-looking black rock. And he says, this probably isn't worth much, but I found it while I was out here. It's just so incredibly polished, and I tested it with my most scale against the hardness of diamonds, and it seems incredibly hard, but it's not a diamond. I'm wondering if this is like a piece of coal that almost had enough pressure and heat to become a diamond, but it didn't. Regardless, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I think you as a trainer might like it, and I'll give it to you. How's that?
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
He says, "Of course." And you are now in possession of a peculiar black stone that is very polished. It seems that Lucy has all but vanished. She couldn't get a nap, so she's looking for her next nap. And this guy is just slowly moving down the wall, trying to find more stuff to dig up.
Yep. Good luck, my friend.
Is Gimli keeping the one fossil that he dug out?
Yes.
Is he?
Yay.
I'm sure this will come in handy at some point.
Very cool. All right. The party continues trekking through the desert. It kind of sucks. It's not the best, but they're making progress. They're almost on their way out, but I do need Elodie to roll on the encounter table.
I did the last one. I think Schmidt.
Oh, Schmidt. It's Schmidt's turn. Just kidding.
Oh, I haven't?
Yes.
No.
Okay. 7.
7. Okay. A ways ahead of you, probably about 100 feet, you can see a part of the land where the wind is no longer blowing and the sand is settling. You're almost on your way out. And you're walking up, and then roll me a perception check.
11.
11. Caught unawares, the party becomes surrounded by many small children in ninja costumes.
Oh, God.
And they say, "You've fallen right into our trap!" Ha! And they throw a large black cloth over all 5 of you. They attempt to. Anyone who does not want to be trapped under the cloth has to make a dexterity check. I'll just do people. Don't worry about your Pokemon.
I crit.
Nice.
I got an 8.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Okay. I like
And-
that narrative.
Symmetra got a 3. So it appears that all the ladies end up being captured by the child ninjas. As Schmidt rolled well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
31.
So Schmidt and
30,
Gimli dodged out of the way, and the children quickly rush forwards to trap them under this tarp. And one child ninja looks up at Gimli, and he says, "My name is Yosef, and if you don't give us the toll, you can't pass this path."
What's the toll?
I'll tell him what the toll is.
Hold
It's a
on,
knuckle
hold on.
sandwich.
on. Don't
I'll
punch
crack
children.
my knuckles in a very intimidating way.
Do you want to
Don't
intimidate
punch
here?
children yet.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
roll an intimidation here.
Do it. Roll it.
Intimidation based stuff. Charisma, which there's
Yep.
no modifier. So just a straight 10.
Straight 10.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a little bothered by it because you're taller than him, but he's also, as a skilled ninja, has no fear about adults who make remarks like that. And Yosef looks around to his friends and he says, "It's gonna cost you 50 Poké-Dollars each to get past us without any danger." And then all the other ninjas are like, "Yeah, you heard him. You pay up."
Cindy shouts from under the tarp, "I vote danger!"
It's twice in one day. Schmidt agrees with Cindy.
Wow.
So what is this danger? You all don't seem that scary to me.
Yosef says, "The real danger here is us." And then all of the ninjas draw out like little wooden swords, and they also clasp at Pokeballs on their belts, and it seems like they are ready to fight you.
I'm going to shout at them, "Sit down and behave!"
Okay,
Put on the full bad voice.
awesome. Let's see that check.
14?
14. 3 out of the 8 run away crying, and one of them peed their pants, and he's very embarrassed about it. And he says, "No! Scary man! Ah!" And 3 of them leave. But the rest of them are saying, "Oh, you're really asking for it. You're separating our ranks? We can't have that. We're the true ninja clan of Hoenn, and we'll make sure that you never enter our territory ever again."
Trying to leave.
The remaining 5 of them release their Pokeballs. In front of one of the 5 is a little brown, like termite looking guy. He's got a big mouth and he's like, "Meh!" It's like very funny and intimidating. Yosef, the guy in front of you, he sends out a bug, and it's a very, very fast looking bug. And it in fact itself looks like a ninja. The third one sends out none other than a little Zigzagoon. You've seen them before.
Yeah.
They're nothing crazy. The fourth one sends out a Pokemon that looks like it's just mostly entirely a mouth. It has ears that look like they're speakers, and it's ready to scream at you. The fifth one, belonging to a little timid, quiet ninja in the back who wasn't scared. They wear a little shawl over their head and that covers their eyes. They send out a Pokemon that is also a bug, but it looks like it's dead. It looks like it's not really there, but it is just floating there menacingly. And if unless you want to make skill checks and avoid them or convince them otherwise, they are going to force you into initiative. And just the two of you, actually, just Schmitz and Gimli.
I'm down to fight this if you are.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty.
Okay, roll it. The people under the tarp can't speak. They can try and force their way out, but that costs an action, of course. Or the two men who are outside can offer their assistance. So, give me your numbers.
All right.
Add your dex.
Lord, why you gonna work?
4.
Okay.
If we're trying to escape, should we still like roll initiative for that, or is that just going to be like?
Yeah, we might as well. We might as well get everyone in.
Okay.
She might be able to like do strength.
Yeah. I think that's fair because you guys aren't equally as capable of helping yourselves out.
Yeah, they're like, dude, just sit under the net and watch.
No.
Well, we can't watch because we're stuck under the dark.
Yeah, I think my logic that I was trying to go for was that it's going to take you one more turn to actually enter and like be productive.
Exactly.
That's what I meant.
At least.
So yes, okay. Cindy got a 16, 6 for Elodie. Oh, and Schmidt killing it with that dex. Okay, you can start thinking about your plans here.
We're gonna have Trevor and Lasagna out.
Oh, true. Yeah, start considering that as well. Think about what your parties are.
Quacko's already out.
Okay.
Jessica could probably be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that one bug that's like a ghost.
Yeah, spooky
like
bug.
Dead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kill that immediately.
Okay. You will. You can definitely try. And just for clarity, I will announce the Pokemon, though I'm sure you know what they are. There's a Trapinch, there is a Shedinja, there is a Ninjask, there is a Zigzagoon, and there's a Loudred. Did I already say Loudred?
Yeah.
Trapinch, Ninjask, Zigzagoon, Loudred, Shedinja. That's 5. Very cool. I can count. Okay, Schmidt is up first.
Cool. So there's that one dead bug, right?
Yeah, the dead bug.
I'm gonna hit him with a good old fashioned aerial ice.
Oh God, yeah. Okay,
Don't miss.
that's correct.
Quacko, don't miss.
I kind of forgot you had that move. Dead bug is gone. Dead bug faints.
Absolutely bodied shit in Jim.
Just gets.
Where's Kyogre now, bud?
Yeah, it gets destroyed. And the kid who is the trainer is like shocked. They're like, "Huh, how did you do that?" Like they're very impressed and also scared. They don't really know what to make of it. Okay.
Nobody's my dead little guy.
Yeah, they were not expecting that at all. Is it just Quacko out? Is Schmidt going to do anything?
It's Quacko and Jessica out.
Okay. Hell yeah. Giles theme.
Yeah, I will hurricane down the other bug.
Okay, the Ninjask.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it hits. Is that a save or does it's rolled?
That is a save. DC 15.
For what stat?
Must make a strength save.
Strength. They get an 8.
Hell yeah.
All right. That will be super effective damage.
Oh, super effective and full damage? Jesus. Okay. I forgot about this part where I have to roll dice. Super effective, we double the dice, correct?
That is correct.
Myself every time.
Yeah.
Okay. 33 plus 7, 40.
40?
Yeah, because I double the dice, right? So that's 48.
Yeah, Jessica precisely whips up a tornado and deals the perfect amount of damage to one-shot Ninjask. That is so stupid. It was exactly the amount you needed. Ninjask is out of combat.
Okay.
My God.
Schmidt is
you think you can clean this up?
Good try. Those were super effective hitters. Yeah, what else is left? The Trapinch.
There's a Trapinch, a
Loudred
Zigzagoon, and a Loudred.
Dang.
The two coolest bugs are just gone. That's so sad. These kids are kind of idiots though, so it's fine. Yeah, we will we'll move on from Schmidt. Looks to me like it's Cindy. Cindy, you're under the tarp. You're down there with Elodie and Sam, and you're all just kind of like, struggling.
Can I roll something to get out from underneath, or attempt to get out from underneath?
Yeah, what's your method? What are you thinking?
Maybe like Dex, like wiggle my way out.
You want to squirm under where it's pinned?
I guess, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, give me a DC 16 dexterity check.
What's a 19 on the dice?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Cindy, while Elodie and Sam are still struggling, just slithers out. Just kind of wriggles and pop. She finds her way outside of the tarp.
Cartoon snakes your way out.
Yep, exactly.
What the hell?
She is the smallest, canonically. She is smaller than Sam and Elodie, so it makes sense.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Oh. Hello.
you want to help us one-shot these kids?
Yeah.
You may make a check or send out Pokemon, but you can't do things with them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I will send out. Who do I want to send out? Let's send out Jack.
Jack the Torracat hits the field. He goes meow, and he looks at these ninja kids, and one of the ninja kids thinks he's kind of cute, but they don't. They make that face and then they shake their head. They express that they're way too cool to pet cute cats. They would never. That will be Cindy's turn.
Yes.
Okay, now it's the baddies' turn. I always write baddies, but if you want to describe these guys as baddies, I'm not really sure that's the most accurate, but we're going to call them baddies for now. Ninja Kid number 1 with the cool trappings wearing the mask identifies the true threat as... Gimli, what Pokemon did you send out?
Lasagna and Trevor.
Okay. He eyes Trevor, and he roars with a little trapinch roar. He's like... Meh! And a little torrent of sand appears under Trevor. In a sand tomb, Trevor must make a strength save.
Okay. Trevor is proficient in survival and athletics. Does that affect this check?
Normally, no. I'm going to say athletics does because Trapinch is a little baby.
Okay.
So you can add your proficiency bonus to escaping the...
18 on the die.
You said 18 on the die?
Yeah, and then proficiency gives it a 25, so he's fine.
Okay. Yeah, with a roll like that, Trevor completely avoids damage and hops out of the sand tomb. The little kid who is wearing the mask, who's the Trapinch trainer, says, "We'll get him next time, Pinchy." And Pinchy goes, meh, 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 and clamps its jaws. Up next is the little raccoon. The Zigzagoon identifies Quacko as the one who one-shot the poor little Shedinja. And just rams its body right into him. Let's see if this hits. I believe an 18 should hit, correct?
Yep.
Okay. As Zigzagoon charges its body into Quacko, Quacko, slightly unawares, takes a total of 14 points of body slam damage.
That's a pretty good hit.
Yeah, pretty sizable hit from Little Raccoon. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. The trainer is proud. The trainer, who has the big square Pokemon that has a giant mouth, equips some earmuffs, and he just kind of points at Loudred, and Loudred begins to scream. Loudred is very, very loud, and I'm going to have all of the Pokemon make... Just kidding, this is a roll to hit, actually. How many can I hit? I wrote my own rules, it's fine. I don't forget these things, it's okay. I'm going to say it hits Quacko and Jessica.
False. Wide guard.
Oh no! As Loudred
absolutely bodied.
Yeah, as Loudred screams super loud. Lasagna's mystical little hermit crab shell made of gemstone glows and summons a translucent gemmy wall out of nothingness to block the sound coming out of Loudred's mouth, dealing 0 damage. And that's the baddie's turn. Lasagna is poggers. I like Lasagna.
Schmidt
Crab
turns
Rave.
to Gimli, and I was like, yeah, this shit's pretty sick.
Time for Crab Rave.
Crab Rave, everyone's Crab Raven.
And Jessica is automatically Crab Raving with Dancer.
Yep. That is how it works. We have now Elodie under the tarp.
Awesome. I am going to bring out Aubergine from my basket and tell her to scratch the tarp.
Awesome. Does she have a move for that, or are you going to make this a skill
She
check?
does.
What's the move?
She does have scratch as a move.
Okay.
Doesn't have any flavor text.
Probably because it's scratch.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
just
it would-
D20 and add either strength or dex.
got it. Let's go. I got a 19.
19, that's great. Depending on your roll, I might have made you roll damage to see how big of a hole you can get. But Aubergine, first attack out of the egg, sees the opportunity to scratch something and takes it. She claws, and then there's a nice little flap that appears in the middle of the tarp that it seems like you could fit an Elodie through.
Awesome. I will return Aubergine to my basket and exit the tarp.
You do so. You see a silly situation in front of you. You've been overhearing it, but you see that about 3 of the children are running away, and 2 of them have been defeated, and the remaining ones are just not having a good time. They bit off more than they could chew, so to speak. However, you're welcome to send out a Pokemon if you want to help, or you can make some sort of check. You could do something.
Yes, I will send out Key Lime.
Key Lime. Key Lime hits the field. Makes a classic little Ralt sound, whatever sound Raltas make. I do not know what that is. And just looks up at you and is ready to take a command the next time that the time comes around.
Now, Key Lime does have Trace. I don't know if the battle is going to be over by the time we get to my turn next turn, so maybe we'll just wait until next turn.
I think it'd be fun to do so now. So roll a d4 -1.
I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay, you end up tracing. Oh, geez. This is kind of interesting. Huh. Okay. Key Lime traces Trapinch's arena trap, which is going to have some interesting...
You thought you captured us. Now you're stuck in here with us.
Yeah. So grounded creatures and people within 50 feet of Key Lime may not flee. Yikes. That's very interesting. Okay, that has implications. Cool. We'll move on to Sam. Sam is gonna climb out of the tarp, and she's just gonna stand and watch because she thinks that's funny. She's gonna make a check. Actually, she's not gonna tell you what it is, but she's making a check. It was successful. She pulls out her notebook and writes something down. It's Gimli's turn.
All right, we are ready to throw some rocks, baby. Well, considering this Loudred is going for some big screaming attacks, I'm going to have Trevor and Lasagna throw rocks at it with Rock Blast.
Okay, let's see it.
So first will be Trevor.
Okay.
21.
At who? All of them?
No, it's at the Loudred.
Oh, my bad. Yes, 21 will connect.
Okay. How many rocks? Just 2.
Okay.
And then so Trevor does times 2, 6, 7, 13 damage to the Loudred.
Not bad. Okay.
And then now we'll do Lasagna. Does a 12 hit?
Does precisely hit Loudred. That is correct.
Nice. Okay. How many hits? 5.
Wow. Okay.
And then 31 damage.
31.
Yeah.
Lasagna, you're nasty.
Lasagna.
Yeah. Every party member witnesses, because everyone's out of the tarp at this point, as Gimli's 2 Pokemon fill Loudred's mouth with rocks. 7 of them, to be exact. One after another. Boom, 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 boom. 7 rocks. And Loudred looks a little dissuaded. And then he will not be knocked out. But however, he is not feeling well. He's going to make a check right now. It failed. He thought I'm a big tough guy. I can just munch these down. And he chomps and he breaks a tooth. And he spits the rocks out. Not going well for the ninjas. Anything else for Gimli?
I think that will be all. Let me check something. As a bonus action, Trevor's gonna harden.
Okay. Cool.
So let me roll that. It's 1d8. So I reduce the next incoming damage by 6 until next turn.
Great.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Yeah, great turn for Gimli's. I believe that's it.
Yep.
Schmidt time.
Good time.
Schmidt time. So the Loudred's already not feeling good, right?
That is correct.
We're gonna hit him with a good old slash.
Okay.
I just want to know for canon. Guile's theme is still going in my head.
Of course. Yeah, that is
I
happening.
just crit failed. Okay.
Who went for the slash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quacko did.
Yeah. That's too bad. Quacko, I don't know how to describe it, but Quacko really whiffs. Quacko goes for the slash with the leak and just doesn't. Just really doesn't hit.
Alrighty. I guess we just hurricane then.
Okay.
So we didn't do this earlier
Uh-huh.
because I didn't ask, but hurricane's a 30-foot cone.
That's true.
Does that affect multiple targets?
It can.
Okay.
We're gonna, at this proximity, we're gonna say that's all 3 Pokemon that are out.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hurricane all of them.
Great. So they all have to make a save?
Yep.
Okay.
DC 15.
Trapinch fails.
Hell yeah.
Zigzagoon passes. Loudred fails.
That's the key target.
Yeah. How much is that?
24 for fail, 12 for save.
Okay. Loudred gets blown away. As Loudred is flying with X's in his eyes, he flies for about 45 feet and then smacks into something invisible. There's a little pink ripple that surrounds its body as it falls vertically down to the ground and it is knocked out.
What?
Yes, that is what happened.
Is it the arena trap?
The other 2 Pokemon take significant damage. However, they're still up and kicking. They got blown in the face and they're like, Zigzagoon's like coughing because it got its breathing all messed up. But besides that, they are here still in the battle. Anything else for Schmidt?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Unless you'll let Schmidt bicycle kick one of the kids.
Yes, on one condition.
Okay.
If Schmidt fails, he falls on his ass, and it's very embarrassing.
You know what? I'll take it.
Okay. These guys are kind of small.
2.
You had a 2? Yeah, Schmidt goes to kick Yosef, and Yosef just hops slightly out of the way, and Schmidt does, like, he had so much momentum in that kick, and he loves kicking children apparently. Schmidt kicks so hard it's like Looney Tunes. He flips with his whole body, and he falls flat on his back, and it's like Charlie Brown. That's what it is. That's what I'm picturing.
There's like a little slide whistle. It's like a.
Yes, exactly. That does in fact happen, and everyone points and laughs, and it's really embarrassing.
God damn it.
Schmidt.
Roll a d4.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This is embarrassment damage.
Yes.
I got a 1.
Also fall damage. Yeah, that's appropriate. So you are bruised both physically and egoily. It is,
Okay. That did more damage to the ego than it did to.
Emotional damage.
Exactly. Great. Cindy. There's a little pinchy termite and there's a raccoon.
How close are they? Like,
So
could they be in melee range?
Yeah, they are within 30 feet melee range. They're like 25, 20 feet.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to have Jack go for a Fire Fang on the Trapinch.
Okay. Hope
Yeah.
it hits. Flaming Tromp.
Yeah, big old munch. It's a 15 on the dice plus 5, so dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So it's 2d8 plus 4 damage. 12 plus 4, 16?
Okay.
16 damage.
Yeah. Trapinch got chomped. It was kind of cute and scary. He got chomped on his mouth. So his mouth was like forced shut. And as Jack bit him, the Trapinch made a squeal a little bit like, I can't chomp. Didn't say that, but that was the vibe. Significant damage. No flinch or burn with that roll, correct?
No.
Okay. And yeah, and then Jack backs off and prepares for Trapinch to attack it back, which it just may will. Anything else from Cindy?
All right. So I'm going to pull Larva Star out of my bag.
Larva Star!
And kind of throw it towards the Zigzagoon into a Zen headbutt.
Oh wow. Okay.
Jesus.
You just get the baby in there. Okay.
Okay,
We
Yeet the
are
baby.
going to need the yeet check from Cindy first.
Okay.
Are you? I guess the real question is: are you Kobe-ing or are you yeeting? What's the distinction here?
I'm just trying to give like Larvastar like a running start.
What's more important to
speak.
Cindy here? Is it strength? Is it yeet force? Or is it accuracy?
Probably accuracy.
Okay, then I'm gonna make it a dex check
All right.
for Cindy.
That is a 16.
Okay, that's perfectly suitable. Roll for Zen headbutt.
No. Okay. 7 plus 5 is that 12?
Uh-huh.
Does 12 hit?
12 does exactly meet the armor class of Zigzagoon. It does hit.
Let's go. So it's 2d6 plus 3.
Pretty powerful baby, I may say.
So 9 plus 3 is 12.
12. 12 points of
Did
damage.
the same amount of damage
as Jack.
Jack did.
Yeah. Very impressive. Zigzagoon not looking thrilled, looking a little dizzy. It usually paces around and zigzags because that's how it walks, but it seems like its zigzags are a little more exaggerated. It's going to slow down. Larvastar bounces off of Zigzagoon and hits the field with its little cute little legs, a little fluffy body. That's great. And for clarity, we're not in the sandstorm. We're like on the way out, so there's no sand damage, if anyone was wondering.
Great.
Okay, cool. Anything else for Cindy?
Cindy kind of like does a little like yes, like kind of not a happy dance per se, but like just a little like yes, I'm so glad that worked.
Little celebration. You love to see it.
Yeah.
It's the baddies' turns. Trapinch is just gonna chomp on Jack. Just bite him right back right in the face, right on the kisser. Gets a natural 7. I don't think that will connect at. It will not.
Nope.
Goes for the chomp. Jack jumps out of the way. Trapinch's little beady eyes look like he might be about to cry. Zigzagoon sees the little Larvastar on the ground, as they are known, and goes for the slam of bodies. The body slam. Gets a 17 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
It should. All right. Little Buggy is about to experience combat for the first time. How's it going to handle it? We will see.
I mean, he kind of attacked a Skarmory
That's true.
when he got taken. So
That's going to be 14 points of Zigzagoon raccoon stomping damage as he leaps onto Larvesta and just kind of claws at him real quick.
Zigzagoon from the top ropes.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. What is
As Zigzagoon's landing, you just hear, watch out, watch out, watch out.
RKO to nowhere.
Yeah, RKO.
So was Larvastar hit with a melee attack?
That is correct. I was just about to ask about that.
So roll a d10.
I think
Do I roll a d10?
It's more fun if you roll it, I think. So you should roll a d10.
Okay. 8. No, so it's not burned.
Not burned, but it felt the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Zigzagoon was really out there. Nicely done. That's it for the baddies there. Yosef and his friend are starting to look concerned. Wait, no, Yosef's Pokemon was knocked out. Just kidding. You witness as the 3 ninjas trainers who aren't battling are trying to run away, and there's an invisible force that is stopping them. And as they touch it, there's little ripples of pink, and they seem very confused and scared. They're just kind of screaming at each other. Just little kids that are like, ah! Like they think that they've definitely gotten themselves into something they don't want to be in. But the remaining 2 are still battling. They hardly even know that they're trapped. It is now Elodie's turn.
Okay. I almost feel bad for these children, but they did trap us, so.
It's true.
All right. I am going to have Lime go for a confusion onto the Zigzagoon.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
My Twisted Cotton Candy Spoon.
Yes.
I just wrote down +2 on psychic and fairy moves. Is that to hit or on the damage?
I feel like to hit makes more sense because +2 is not an
Yeah.
incredible modifier. Are your attacks even to hit? Is confusion a roll to hit?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, that makes sense. I like that. We'll keep it.
Sounds good. I got an 11.
Onto Zigzagoon?
Yes.
Is that with the Twisted Spoon cotton candy?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Does not hit. Well, it does hit. It connects with Zigzagoon's body, and Zigzagoon is just so silly and naive that it just doesn't feel the confusion. Key Lime outstretches its hand and shoots out little psychic beams, and Zigzagoon doesn't care.
That's fair.
Anything else?
No, I think that's all that I'm going to do.
Well done. It's Sam's turn. She's kind of interested in what's going on with this Trace Arena trap. So she's just going to walk over to the proximity where the kids are. She's going to ignore the battle pretty much. And she's just going to like poke it and examine it and be like, oh, this is cool. And she's going to play with the psychic force field for a little bit. Gimli.
Right. Zigzagoon is taking a beating, but also doing some work. So that boy needs to be shut down.
Yeah, I'm proud of this guy.
Yeah, he's doing really well, actually.
Yeah.
But can he handle the turd of rocks? That's the
Maybe.
real question.
Perhaps.
Yeah, let's see. Trevor goes first. Firing the rock blast into Zigzagoon. Does a 21 hit? Yes.
It does.
Okay.
What's your minimum damage?
Let's see. The rocks. So since I got 3 rocks, my minimum damage is 10.
Okay, roll it.
Okay. So 19 damage.
19 damage. Boom, boom, boom. 3 rocks. Connecting to Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon keels over. Knocked out. Recalled into the Ninja Trainer's Pokeball. 1 threat remains. It is sad, crying, little trappage.
Oh. Well, Lasagna. Time for your rock turret.
Okay.
Let's go. 23.
23. What was the natural roll?
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, 23 does hit.
Okay. For the amount, 4. 3 rocks. For 21 damage, and then it's resisted, right?
That is correct.
Yes. So 21 on the dice for damage.
Oh, right. That's how we're doing multi-hit moves. Yeah. Even though it is resisted, it is enough to land a knockout into the trapinch, and the combat ends. Nicely done. All the children are very concerned and scared. They're used to just their dodge tactics. They ambush people and then they take their money or they take their possessions, and they failed at both, and now they can't run away. They are very terrified, and they're just kind of screaming, and they're saying, what have you done? What is this magic? Ah! And they're just very frantic. What does the party do?
I imagine Schmidt is just now getting up from failing the bicycle kick at the kid.
Yeah, most likely.
So he gets up and he brushes off his pants, and then he's like, "Well, I hope you learned your lesson."
Yeah. I'm just gonna dad lecture them about stealing and ambushing people.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say, or do you want to make a roll?
I will roll intimidation because
Yeah.
I think that's still correct.
I like that.
nothing's more intimidating than a stern father.
Uh-huh.
Like, well, yeah, you ambush random people, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Other phrases that dads would say when you get into trouble.
Mhm.
And my intimidation will give me 17.
Okay. Yeah, they're very threatened, and some of them are like trying to reconcile with the crimes that they've committed, but it's not going super well, and they're crying and they're scared, and one of them says, "Big man, stop yelling at us, please. I'll give you this," and he gives you 6 little homemade smoke bombs if you will receive them.
Oh yeah, I'll take them.
Cool. Gimli's in possession of those. And he says, "Please, I won't be a ninja anymore. I promise. I'll go home. I'll stop. I don't
Go
want
home, do the dishes.
Go home and be
Take
a
out the
family
trash.
man.
Yeah, where are your parents?
Where are all your parents?
They say, we're off in Fallarbor. We all live in Fallarbor Town, and we just want to have a good time." And they're like trying to run, but there's a wall, and they can't leave. And they're like, "Please let us go. Stop. You trapped us. No." And
Should we walk with them there?
Walk them home to their
You're the one-
parents.
Should we?
You're the one trapping them with the.
I know,
second
but,
wall.
like-
I think that's your decision to make.
I think we should take them home to their parents. We're
Yeah, I
going
think we
there
should
anyway.
escort them home. Right, exactly. All right, I'll be like, I will let you guys walk back with us to the children.
Okay. They are concerned and worried, and they look at each other and they say, well, we don't really have a choice, do we?
No, not really.
No, you don't.
Great. So,
Okay.
yeah, you you do that. You're out of the desert. You're now walking towards Route 113. It's pretty scenic, pretty. It's a really nice little area. You're still in a cliffy, mountainous kind of region. And you're gonna, it seems like in the distance you're gonna get to a little more lush. It's still like rocky and whatnot, but where you're heading to, there's some very rich foliage in the distance, you can tell. But before you get there, it seems like the cliffs are narrowing into a single point. And while everyone is following Key Lime's arena trap, they have to stop in front of a very funny looking tree that is in the middle of the path. And they say, we can't get past this tree. It's blocking our way. And it's true. They can't really move past it.
We light the tree on fire.
One of the kids
No?
one of the kids pokes it. He's like, this tree's weird. Cindy, do you want to light it on fire?
Oh, is it a Sudowoodo?
It is,
Yeah, let's light it on fire.
but it's resistant to.
It's also just a guy just hanging out.
He's just a guy. He's just wiggling.
He's literally just a dude.
A funny little guy.
I'll have Larvastar use Ember since,
Why?
Why are we?
Leave the tree alone. We can just go around it.
Just
It
talk to the
tree-
guy. You look at him and he freezes up.
we just said we
But everybody
couldn't go
look
around it.
away.
We're all making a lot of assumptions about this tree right now. I just want to say that.
That's
All
what
right,
happens in-
Larvastar is using
Okay.
Ember.
Larvastar does that. Roll to hit.
I'm just saying that's what happens in
It's an
Left Arceus.
18 on the die.
18 on the die. It connects. Does that burn?
No, it doesn't. A
Okay.
19 or 20 would.
Cool.
1d6 plus 4.
Yes. It is resisted? Question mark? Yes.
Yes, it is.
5 plus 4 is 9. So, however that maths out.
Okay, yes. Larvastar shoots out a little flame spark towards this funny looking tree. It does not catch fire, and there's a little singe mark on it, but there is no reaction.
Well, fire didn't work. What do you guys suggest?
Just walk around it.
The kid said it was blocking
But yeah, I
the
think that's the
way.
problem. We can't walk around it.
It seems like you may be able to climb over it, but how it's positioned in this rocky, cliffy area, can't really get around it.
Okay. I'm gonna try diplomacy.
Okay.
What do I have in my bag? You know what? I'm gonna offer the Sudowoodo and Altaria plushie.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say, hey bud, if I give you this, will you move out of the way?
Sure. 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
How do you offer it? Do you place it somewhere?
I was just gonna hold it out with my hands.
Okay. Then roll charisma.
Rolling charisma. Would you say this is a persuasion check?
Yeah, you could add that. You are convincing.
That's a good old fashioned 9.
Good old fashioned 9. You hold out your hand and the tree offers no response. At this point, one of the kids is dangling from one of the branches and trying to squeeze through. It's like, it's so tough and the tree is so hard. I feel like the Quacko Packo struggles most with stationary objects.
There's a very simple solution. But Gimli
Giant
wouldn't know it.
bosses flying around. We got it.
Garvey knows the answer. But Gimli sure doesn't.
Tree?
You
Can
can
Gimli move it?
you can roll wisdom if you want your character to intuit something. If it's not likely, it'll be a high check, but they could possibly figure it out.
It is not likely.
Yeah.
Not even Sudowoodo is not from the region that Gimli is.
Yeah. Well, yes. Bonsley is.
Bonsley, yeah.
There's Bonsley. That's true.
Yeah. It's not unlikely that he would have seen one.
Yeah.
I'd actually say it's highly likely.
Yeah.
I got a 12 on wisdom, so.
Okay, yeah, Gimli's not sure. He realizes that this is not, in fact, a tree. It is a Pokemon, but he doesn't really have any more details on it besides that.
I still think diplomacy is the answer.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think it likes certain scents?
Maybe.
Possibly. Or
Cabbage
maybe
could
someone
give it a
with a
try?
little more charisma.
We'll let
Yeah,
Elodie
right.
run it because Elodie hasn't done something yet, so
Right.
we'll get Elodie on them.
It's like
Right. I'm gonna bring out Cabbage.
Okay, hi, Cabbage.
Cabbage is here. I mean, we could go for like a tree scent. Maybe it likes other trees, you know?
Okay, yeah, sure, maybe.
Emit that from Cabbage.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It's like one of those car like tags you hang in the window.
Right.
On the rearview mirror.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, roll it as a charisma check.
Got it. Would that be like a performance, maybe?
Sure. That's for all intents and purposes.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more or less that, kind of.
Okay, that is a 17.
Okay. Yeah, it does elicit a reaction from this strange tree, and it moves closer towards the party, closer towards Cabbage. It just kind of shuffles very quickly, just pushes all of the kids back into you, and it's now very, very close to you all.
Okay. Is the path unblocked?
No.
Oh, it's just closer to us.
God damn it.
I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy, you mind moving a little bit more this way so we can get past here?
Give me a charisma on that.
Got it. Let's go. 23.
23. Out of nowhere on its trunk, two little eyes open up, and they look directly at you, and the little frown appears, and this tree shakes its head very vigorously and closes its eyes in a sad but focused manner. Remain stationary.
Bro? I would be like, is there something wrong as to why you can't get out of the way here?
The strange tree adjusts its limbs. The one on the left that was higher is now lower, and the one that on the right that was lower is now higher. Like a little dance.
Guys, he wants to dance.
Well, we'll play him a song then. You got a whole
Already,
band.
like a melody. Oh yeah, I have a band.
Was Ellie just gonna sing? Because that's kind of rad too.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna bring out the whole gang. So bubblegum and grape juice coming out here as well.
What's their band name?
And we're called the Whisk Takers.
Does Aubergine have any involvement here?
I don't know that we've practiced at all with Aubergine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Aubergine's the band manager.
Yeah, she's the manager. I mean, she could always like use Copycat to just, also sing along.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay. Schmidt's gonna find a corner and he's gonna sit in the fetal position.
Okay. Schmidt, roll me perception while you do that.
Okay. 6.
6. Okay. Yeah, when you curl up on the ground, you are granted a unique perspective, but you are kind of looking and you don't really gather anything. Elodie, let's get the show unless anyone else has any other ideas.
Yeah, go for the show.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, everybody's gonna start singing and flashing lights. Is there something I should roll?
Yeah, there definitely is. Last time we did something like this, it was like an attack. We called it cacophony. I think this is a little bit more focused and more for pleasure. So I think just a D100 would be cool.
Cool, I knew that.
Yeah. There are 5 Pokemon involved, so it's like 5 D20s kind of.
13.
Total?
Oh,
right.
yes,
Yeah, it's a D100.
I got a 10 and a 3.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, did you want me to roll 5 D20s?
Well, the truth is that you could have potentially gotten that same result with 5 D20s. So
that's true. Yeah,
the band makes a nice little tune, and Sudowoodo, I've announced what it is. Sudowoodo does adjust its arms again. It seems like it kind of enjoyed it, but roll insight, Elodie.
Okay. I got a 3.
Okay. You have no idea why Sudowoodo is not vibing with this right now. You got no clue.
Dude, our beats are so fire. Why do you not like it?
I don't understand.
Yeah. You could try changing genre, and I'd let you roll for it one more time.
Yes, we will change genre.
Okay, what's the genre going to be?
Is this our punishment for one-shotting this shit ninja?
Guys, the genre should be rock.
Shut up.
Oh God, shut up.
I think it's a great idea
Okay, rock music this time.
for
God.
the rock tree.
Is Grape Juice like the main vocalist? Are they doing like the melody part? Because I'm picturing Grape Juice basically being like Steven Tyler at this point.
Yeah, for rock, definitely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me the 5d20 / d100 just to see what happens this time.
Got you. That's 86.
86, incredible. Rock music, definitely a favorite of Sudowoodo. They are schmoovin' and grooving, and their eyes pop back out, and you see a little smile, and they're shaking their little limbs, and it sounds like they're kind of rattling, like they're kind of like maracas or something. And they're just dancing, and it seems like they're moving their feet around, and you could kind of gently nudge them, and they would probably move out of the way. They're having a really good time. Clearly, the Quacko Packo doesn't want to. I think they just want to stay here, trapped by the Sudowoodo. Obviously.
I do love his energy.
Yeah.
I'll just nudge him out of the way.
Cool. As you nudge him, he's still smiling and dancing. You hear like a little wood kind of sound come from his mouth. And he's still dancing. Is your band still performing while they follow you? Do you recall them?
I mean, if we're moving past the tree, then I'll recall them.
Okay. You recall them. The tree, he's still kind of dancing, a little quieter, a little sadder. One of the ninja kids was a little disappointed that the music went away. But now you've entered.
I'm gonna ask Sudowoodo if he wants more opportunity for rock music and if he wants to come with us and show him the heavy ball.
Oh wow, interesting. Yeah, roll a thing. Pokemon handling, I guess. Yeah, probably.
Pokemon handling,
Yeah.
Say 14.
14. Yeah, Sudowoodo is dancing, and as he's dancing, he smacks his branches into the heavy ball. And because of the enjoyment of the music and everything that you've done together, the ball wiggles once and it clinks shut, and you've captured a Sudowoodo. Congratulations.
Nice.
Very cool. We will get that sheet and everything taken care of. However, your balls also wiggle, as they tend to do.
Yes, they do.
What's your plan? Someone's got to go home.
Someone does have to go home. I will send Sudowoodo actually to the box.
Okay. He does that. Yeeted into cyberspace.
Hey, want to join us for an adventure and get more opportunity to listen to music? All right, in the box.
He'll come out later.
Yeah, it's fine. You'll figure it out. You've made it past the rocky cliffs into Route 113. As always, thanks for listening to the latest episode of Dunsparce and Drampa. My plea from the last session for listeners to join the Discord and shout at us on Twitter totally worked. We're all overjoyed that we have so many listeners joining the Calyrex Game Corner and having great discussions about the podcast, their own D&D campaigns, and Pokemon in general. If you're interested in joining a fun online community, check out the Discord link in the link tree at linktr.ee/DUNSPARCE. A particular batch of special thanks to our most recent patrons, Rinna, Bimo, Tanner, and Tulip. We quite literally couldn't produce the show without your help. Thanks to everyone for listening, and we're looking forward to having you next Tuesday.
We're not idiots. We're the greatest ninja squad in Hoenn.
Hey, you didn't. That was the voice of God in your head. No one actually said that out loud. Okay.
What? They're breaking the fourth wall. One of them's just Deadpool.
True.
I like to think it's the Trapinch kid.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, his ninja uniform is got red, and he's wearing a mask. Looks like it's like a leather mask.
And his Trapinch has like
Even
a
into the sky again.
mask.
Yes, true. Trapinch is also, canon. Trapinch is wearing a red mask.
He's got like a bandana looking mask over. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very cool. In fact, that's gonna, you know what? Yeah. He gets combat bonuses for that because you're creaming these guys. So this guy's gonna be a little bit tougher because he's got a cool mask.
Oh, cool mask.